did work.
Oh, here we are. And
Action.
here we are. Okay, let me get the volume set up because I don't think. Well, that's on.
You just have to turn it on from that thing.
It's already on. We're live.
Okay.
We are live. Hey, Adam Craig. Maybe someone let us know if you can hear us. Akadian Dan. We're
Hey, it works. Hey guys. Hello.
Sorry guys. It's true, we're experts at wild food, but not at technology. That took a little while. We actually set this up 2 hours ago, and then I set up all the setup an hour ago, and everything looked like it was going to work, and then it didn't.
Fail.
And then Nico wasn't there to save me. So I'm not really sure.
Yay, good.
Great. Okay, we'll get this figured out one day. So, and you guys are saying 5 out of 5 audio, eh? Okay, that's good to know because it's not showing up great on my readout. Okay. But as long as you can hear us,
I have to check dessert.
Yeah, Delphine's cooking. We're having dessert. We had. Did it already go to Facebook yet? Our supper?
No.
Oh, we had a really good supper. So I went down south to the Wooded Beardsman's small cabin. We caught some rabbits. And Delphine cooked those tonight with a really fabulous sauce. We had fiddleheads. We had sunchokes. It was very, very good.
Yeah, and all the mushrooms.
Oh, and the mushrooms too, yeah. Then we went to the gym, burned some calories, and then came back and ate the rest of the rabbit.
No, some of the rabbit.
Some of the rabbit. Some of the rest of the rabbit. Cool. Audio 100%, no loop back.
Fiddleheads from spring, yeah, last year.
Yeah, Delphine picked a 5-gallon pail, a 3-gallon pail.
3-gallon pail.
Yeah, like a pretty big pail of them, and then froze them all in bags, and we eat them pretty regularly. But we are running out of greens.
Down to the last bag.
Yeah. So we're really. I mean, we don't want spring to come too fast because we want to make a really big pile of maple syrup.
Catch a bunch of smelts.
Catch a bunch of smelts. Catch the sucker run.
Yeah.
But we are looking forward to the greens because we're running low.
Be a lot of tea drinking.
Yeah.
Even more tea drinking.
Yeah. And we're already drinking lots of tea. Cool. What's a fiddlehead? So the fiddlehead is when, as a fern frond is opening up in the spring, it comes up as a curl, and then it opens up into a big frond. And so when you pick them when they're short and curled up like the top of a fiddle, like, it's got the curl on it, it's called a fiddlehead. And we pick them from the ostrich fern. They grow in sometimes very large patches.
Yeah, and this year we will collect a couple of other ferns also.
Yeah. The two main ones are the ostrich fern and the cinnamon fern. Gone, no audio or video.
Oh no, what's happening?
Stream's down, Jer. Oh.
Stream's stopped. What happened?
It's still going on my end. And it's uploading very fast.
Oh, someone's saying good here. No, it's back up. Okay, good. Did you guys just want to see if he would panic?
Yeah, they just wanted to watch me
sweat a
lose
little.
my mind. Cool. So.
Oh, it just froze for 5 to 10 seconds.
Thanks, Adam. Our internet's pretty good here. It's not good at home though. At my home.
Yeah.
I can't upload anything. Sorry, Akadian Dan. Maybe you're on a slow connection. I don't know. Oh, our synchronized sipping.
Yes.
You want to do that again?
I don't know if we could do it again.
No.
Gold medal.
Ta-da! So we are on day 63. Looking thin, man. Yeah, my weight did stabilize, so I measured myself today. I'm at 170.6 pounds. Last week I was at 170 or 171, so I was pretty steadily losing about 3 pounds a week. And I stabilized this week. Partly because I overate on purpose, I think. And then this weekend I went down to visit with the Wooded Beardsman, and I ate and ate and ate. And unlike every other time I've gone out with Chris, we did not work and work and work. I don't know if you've been following his videos, but like the cabin's almost set up. There's firewood already chopped, so we spent a lot of time cooking and just kind of moseying around. How did I? Okay, I'll try and get to these in order. North Bay has good internet. Nico is here. Oh. Nico, you're too late to save me. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot and 3/4 of an inch. I don't say 6'1" because people would say I'm a liar, but I'm close.
And I am.
And you are
5'10" and 3/4.
10 and 3/4.
Yes.
We're down to the decimal points here, the fractions. A lot of weight to lose for a tall guy. I lost 24 pounds since the start of the year, but that was an extra 24 pounds that I was carrying around anyway. Although I did have to get new pants, and my shirts are looking big on me now, and but I'll be good. So bike paddle. How did I meet other YouTubers? So I really got launched into YouTubing through the Wooded Beardsman, and that was a funny story because he and I actually met in high school, hunted and fished a half a dozen times, I would say, and then
first it was one.
Then I lost track of him because we both went away to university. We both randomly met again on a financial forum on the internet just by chance, and then connected on Facebook, and then lost track again, and then we saw each other posting bushcraft videos, and we said, oh, we should go out and do something. And so we've been doing lots of collabs. Chris found Adam Craig Outdoors. He said, hey, do you know this guy? He's near North Bay, and I have no idea who that is. So we connected with Adam, and that's been a really great connection. And just slowly meeting lots of people through the YouTube and Facebook, and it's been good. Maple syrup season, yeah, in the spring. So as soon as we start to get the temperatures above 0 and sunshine in the day, I think the sap is flowing in London, you said?
Yeah.
London, Ontario. So we have to set up our taps soon. Energy levels are... My energy's been like low but steady. So I don't really have a lot of sprint energy. I think my metabolism's lower, but I could still work all day, shovel all my snow, carry my firewood, hike around. I just did 30 minutes on the rowing machine, and your energy's been pretty stable too, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been feeling good.
Good. Any interesting cravings for everything?
My interesting craving is to make only one meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that excitement of the making our meals on top of the kids' meals has waned slightly. But
I had a funny thing. I don't know how it happened, but I had a little piece of foil in my pocket, and I pulled out my wallet, and there was a piece of foil, and I pulled that piece of foil out, and my brain instantly thought about cream cheese. I'm like, clearly I don't have cream cheese foil in my pocket, but my brain just was like, oh, cream cheese, that'd be a good idea. Like, no brain. Raccoon meat, that's a good idea. Pretty chilly in Louisiana. 6 degrees Celsius. Yeah. It's minus 22 here, I think, right now.
This morning it was minus 30. Yeah, when we got up.
Yeah.
You have to try it, babe.
Okay. Can I hold it in front of the camera?
This one sort of just turned out crackery, but it's still very good.
I'll hold it. You describe what everybody is feasting their eyes on.
It is acorn flour, sedge seed flour, primrose seeds, bear fat, berries reduced with some maple syrup, and I don't know what kind of eggs those were.
They were walleye eggs.
Walleye.
Pickerel, if you're here in North Bay. Pickerel eggs. Everybody else in the world calls them walleye. So that's the first time we've cooked with walleye eggs.
No. We had some in the last batch, but there was they were mixed with so many of the perch roe.
Did we get eggs out of them, or were they all males?
On one.
Oh.
Why the weight loss push? There was no push to lose weight. We just knew it would happen because we were both fat. And we're not eating like heavy carbs, and we knew it would happen.
Yeah, and I think there's a hormone shift, metabolic shift.
Not according to my blood work. Hormone levels are all the same.
Yeah. I could still lose some more weight without being worried. But that's not the point. It's not a starvation year.
No.
It's a health maintenance year.
Considering this is like third dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, I haven't really been to the gym since September because my energy was low even before Christmas. And now I have more energy to get to the gym, to lift weights, to run. Now that I can breathe, I ran a mile for the first time without mouth breathing, just with my mouth closed. Like unless you've had inflamed sinuses, you wouldn't really know what that's like. But it was very exciting and invigorating.
Yeah, when we did our body metrics, when we did the VO2 max test, and they plug your nose and you have to just breathe through your mouth, I found that pretty.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about you the whole time, thinking that's like your everyday, which was weird.
And I haven't posted those physical tests. We've mentioned them a couple times. So on the VO2 max, you basically go on an exercise bike and they keep increasing the resistance until they see the point where your body reaches its maximum oxygen intake capability. And I was below the average.
And so was I.
Yeah. But now that we have more energy, we're, I don't want to say that we're training for the next physical, but I have the energy to train the way I used to train years ago when I had more energy, and I feel like the next physical will be better results.
Well, and we're definitely training for all of the crouching, walking, hiking, picking,
hunting,
canoeing,
canoe lifting,
like all of those things that are part of getting everything we need for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I was overweight, so I know like you can hide a lot of weight on a tall frame.
Yes.
I was 23% body fat, and at 23% body fat, you are getting close to being like officially overweight with your body mass index. So 23% body fat on approximately 200 pounds is 46 pounds of fat. That's like if you have ever bought a bag of feed for chickens or pigs or something, that's a 50-pound bag. It's like carrying one of those around in just fat. And, a healthier weight is down in the teens for body fat. I'm not trying to be a weightlifter at like 7% body fat where you can just see all their veins and things, but try and catch up on the comments here.
23% body fat keeps your butt warm in the winter, though.
Okay.
How's your butt doing?
It's really sore because it's not as padded. So, where was
you went driving in the truck?
Driving down to see Chris and back. I actually got a sore backside and we spent a fair bit of time sitting in the cabin and talking and cooking. I had a sore bum when I got back. And then today, because I was on the rowing machine for half an hour,
same deal.
My bum was so sore because I could feel my bones like grinding on the seat.
They'll get muscled up.
Yeah, they'll muscle up. Gator tastes like chicken. I would like to try a gator sometime. Do you have any thoughts to visit Northern Ontario? Canoe camp the Missinaibi River?
We do have some plans. Well, I don't know about there in particular, but we have some plans to go up to Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our way Hearst area. We're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna go to Northern Quebec, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we might go Northern Quebec. We might go Hearst. I would do a trip back to Red Lake in the next couple of years for sure. We're not really canoe trippers. We're like destination canoers, so we'll use a canoe to get to a spot to fish or hunt, but I don't really canoe rivers to say that I've canoed them, but I'm interested to one day.
I have no butt either. It sucks. It's like that one episode of I can't remember the name of the show. Anyway.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know which one you mean.
The American one. Anyway.
Yeah,
it's funny.
with Hank.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody will say it.
The meals you took to cook and eat have me dreaming of living the wild lifestyle.
Oh,
that's.
He means the meals that you cook. I think my meals aren't that inspiring. But mine, I don't know if I've cooked anything that wasn't in a slow cooker.
Yeah.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, thank you.
You win.
Yeah. He got the body implants for going on his tractor.
Yep.
Anyway, weird request, but can you please say Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan.
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 It looks like a battleship.
Yeah.
We actually have that going on in the background. So.
Yeah. We like to play games while we're talking.
You sunk my canoe.
Have you got a caffeine source?
No.
No, I don't miss it, but sometimes I habitually. So doing this long road trip on the weekend, and we've talked about this on Facebook, where we are posting a lot. If you aren't following our Big Wild Year Facebook page, we do a lot of updates there.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, there are habits that are odd. It's weird to go on a road trip.
Kevin the Woodchucker. Thanks for your hospitality, Kevin. Yeah, or to stop to pee at a coffee shop and not get a coffee felt weird.
Yeah. To
not have chips on the seat beside me to eat, going down, that was pretty weird too. Documenting. We are, so to Jack, yes, we're documenting on our own personal Facebook pages. We're documenting on the Big Wild Year Facebook page. Delphine is documenting on Instagram at Delphine Collier, and I'm doing updates on the YouTube channel. And we will talk.
We're keeping track of.
Yeah.
Like I've been tracking blood pressure, weight, just how I'm feeling in general, but only really kind of point form things. Or if I notice something is a little bit different, I try to keep track of it.
We'll write books after, or like an account.
Yeah.
Delphine's going to do a really nice cookbook, I'm sure. And I might do a how to catch enough things to eat for a yearbook. We'll see. We have lots of ideas, and we're 63 days in, so it's been a long time, but it also still feels early in the process. And I thought that I might journal every day and then have a book written by the end of the year, but I feel like most of it's going to happen in retrospect. But we'll see what happens. Oh, good question about the magnesium. So we do have blood test results back from day 50. We were measured before Christmas on December the 14th, and then we were measured on February the 19th.
Yeah.
And lots of people were concerned about our sodium. None of our electrolytes are out of the normal range. My sodium has changed by 1. It moved from 141 to 142, I think. I could verify that in a second.
Oh, I should grab my sheet.
Yeah, over the 50 days. I'll just open up my file here and I'll tell you exactly. I don't have the magnesium results at my fingertips right now. But sodium, the normal range for sodium is between 135 and 145.
Yeah.
And I started before Christmas I was 141. And as of February the 19th, I was at 142. My sodium actually went up, even though my sodium intake from pure salt has gone way down. And so we can only conclude that there's sodium in the foods that we're eating.
My sodium has gone up. My magnesium has gone up, just like all still in normal range. Everything is up just a little bit. It's all good. Mine was all normal before, so yeah. Can you run through what you have stored for protein, Brett French, and what you need to supplement it with? Yeah,
sure.
Wow.
So
A couple of bears, a couple of raccoons.
Yeah, so overall we have eaten half, about half of the meat that we had stored, and so what we have left is probably one bear.
Include like all together with the little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the baby is a bear by itself, and then we have a 14-pound bear cub that we picked up off the road. So there's that. There's about a whole small bear if we put all the roasts and things together. There's about half of a deer from different pieces of deer. There's a raccoon. There are 2 geese. There are 2 ducks. There's a snowshoe hare.
About 8 fish.
There are 8 fish.
A couple of grouse.
Yeah.
A goose. Did you say the goose?
I said 2.
Oh, okay.
Because you've got one here and I've got one. So I feel like we're roughly halfway through our meat supply, and it's lasted us 63 days with very little supplementation. And so I think that'll take us to May. And we should be able to supplement along the way, and then also, like, as soon as spring hits, we're going to be after fish. And we'll be after, because all the hunting seasons and trapping seasons are closed, we will be watching for opportunities to collect nuisance animals.
Good night, Rivera.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
So, what do you guys think is the tastiest mushroom pan fried? Morels, like hands down.
Yeah.
There's no that, and then second maybe would be
Boletes.
I would say the yellow chanterelles.
Yeah, you like those yellowfoot chanterelles.
Yeah,
the black chanterelles are really good.
Oh my god, they're so good. But number 1 for sure is morels. Like, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, except we never find them.
Don't worry, we'll have them this year. I'd buy the book How to Catch Enough. Thanks. That's for you. Planetary Funk. I use lots of wild foods. Your cooking is inspiring. Thank you.
Oh, that was a question about iron from Akazian Dan.
Oh, so my iron is always amazeballs, like my hemoglobin, but my ferritin went down a little bit, which is not uncommon for me.
And for me,
you did the reverse.
My hemoglobin and my hematocrit before Christmas were both in the normal range. And when I measured on February the 19th, my hemoglobin and my hematocrit had both gone below the normal range. My ferritin was in the normal range before Christmas, and now it is above the normal range. So the normal range is very broad. It's from 22 to 275. And my last ferritin reading was at 278.
And your B12, what was it?
I'd have to log in and check. It was in the normal range. Maybe while we're talking about blood work, I'll just go through my cholesterol results quickly. So my total cholesterol started at 6.54 and then dropped to 5.88. So there was a reduction in overall cholesterol. My HDL cholesterol went up from 1.69 to 2.73, so a pretty big increase. My non-HDL cholesterol went down from 4.85 to 3.15. My LDL cholesterol,
that's a bad one,
went from 4.16 to 2.96, so a very big drop. And they also do a ratio of cholesterol to divided by your HDL cholesterol. So my ratio was 3.9 previously, and then most recently it was 2.2. So a big drop there as well. And another interesting result, my fasting glucose level was at 5.3 before Christmas, and it should be between 3.6 and 6.0, so I was getting close to the high end, and then it dropped from 5.3 to 4.3. And I realize this is a bit ridiculous to throw all these numbers out verbally. What I'm going to do is I'll post a video in the next couple of weeks, and I'll put the numbers on the screen for Delphine and I, and it'll be much easier to interpret. We also haven't had a chance to meet with our doctor yet, so I don't have the medical interpretation of these. I can only really report which ones have moved up and down and which ones are falling outside of the normal range, like our vitamin D, which is low.
But it's winter. Everyone's vitamin D, if you're up here, is low right now. Aaron Justison, would you two ever consider long distance space travel? There's not very much wild food there.
No.
I'm going to pass, at least for
not
this year.
Interested. Yeah. Maybe we've got the persistence, but not the interest. I'm interested because my lead is high. I didn't get my lead tested ever before, but it was added to our most recent blood work, and my lead came out at 0.25, and they want to see levels below 0.24.
Yeah.
So I'm 0.01 above the safe level. So I'm really interested to see how that moves between my last results and then our upcoming results next month.
What is the tastiest fish pan fried? Fresh.
Yeah? Fresh fish?
Oh God.
I don't know. I'm not super discerning about fish, but you are.
I love all of them, but I really like the bass that we did was good. I love pike. I like
smelts.
Them all. The smelts.
Pan-fried smelts are probably, and they come at the time of year where they're like your first spring fish. I like those. Pan-fried brook trout, because the skin crisps up so fabulously, and the ones I catch just fit in the pan perfectly. Those are probably my favorite. Oh yeah, the amount of fat in my lunch soup. Yeah, that's why I decided to post a cold picture instead of a hot picture, just to give an idea about how much fat is in the soup that I make. I think I overdosed on fat the other day. I made myself sick from eating too much greasy meat.
What are the new snacks that substitute things like chips? Do you have wild berries with you on your car rides? I did a lot of driving in February over 2 days, and I didn't have any berries. I took a meal with me to my friend's place, and I just took a bunch of tea and water, and that was okay.
Yeah, when I was on my most recent road trip, I ate grouse breast going down, and I ate raccoon burgers coming back, and maple sugar candy.
When we travel later in the year, if we can, like I would do up some of those little
seed crackers, and those are good.
They are good, and they're just nice and quick.
Yeah.
You could we could stop and make a little bushbox fire and like heat up some stuff, and it would be really great.
Rock bass, I wouldn't throw them back anymore. Nico, we did a video about eating rock bass not too long ago. It was all we caught that day, and we cooked them up, and there was nothing wrong
They were so
with
good.
eating rock bass. Yeah.
And Bug and Rabbit, thank you. She's saying hi, watched lots of your videos and have learned lots.
Oh, great. Yeah, have I tried burbot and ling? Acadian Dan, I have, and I specifically went out to catch some the other day and I got skunked. I really like them, but I'm not great at finding them and catching them.
What sorts of foods are you planning on growing for 2020 in your garden? Oh, we ordered some seeds.
Yeah, so we're gonna grow them this year, but not eat them.
For 2020.
Yeah. Okay. We want to grow heirloom, traditional, regional-ish varieties.
Yes.
So we ordered, who did I just order from?
Corn. Oh, where?
I ordered from Baker Creek, I think. Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, they're an Ontario company. I ordered Gaspé flower corn because it's an old Mi'kmaq variety from the East Coast where my family's from. I ordered Algonquin Algonquin squash, because they're a historical variety for this region.
Pumpkin, sunflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. We wanted cabbage because I want sauerkraut.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. Carrots, peppers.
Yeah, cayenne peppers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a whole bunch of heirloom varieties of dry beans, and I don't even remember what they all are, and most of them are mixed together. But I'll plant those in and collect them. But we'd really like to be able to do some of our own cornmeal next year.
Mm-hmm. And cornstarch.
Can we collect seeds and grow them in our backyard? Yeah, sort of yes and sort of no, because it kind of counts as a garden. Lake Wanapitei, yeah, that'd be not a terrible drive, I guess.
To where what?
For catching ling. Dead cut bait on bottom, shallowish water. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get out a couple evenings over the next few weeks and try that. Lake Nipissing's open until March the 16th, and then I'll move to another lake nearby. Yeah, and I went out at night, so I was out with Adam Craig Outdoors, but we got skunked.
I wonder if they have any at my sister's camp.
Ask.
I will.
Yeah.
I've never had a rabbit before, but from your experience, how does it taste?
It tastes like a squirrel. What's it like? It's not like poultry. It's not like beef. Like, it's not.
It's really its own thing.
It's its own.
It's meaty. Like it's.
It can be stringy, but it's usually super tender.
Take a piece and just break it apart.
And it has a mild flavor. So this, do you want to describe how you cook this rabbit just briefly?
Oh, well, I just did it like you would any kind of braised meat. I put it in I ground it in bare fat, took it out of the pan, threw in some leek bulbs and our one cheat, our garlic from last year. I put in some of that and let that brown up, threw them back in. I added, well, a couple of hours before I did that, I boiled water and poured it over some sumac and let that sit because I wanted some acidic, lemony kind of liquid to put in. So then I poured that on top with a little bit of salt and some of our red wine vinegar, and then just cooked it on low heat for quite a while.
I can turn the oven off, eh?
Oh yes, thank you, darling.
Yeah, so it's I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of its own thing. Some grocery stores carry rabbits. If you go to kosher sections, sometimes you'll find them. But I forget who asked the question. I'm not. Oh, I can't interpret those characters. But for the rabbit, depends on where you are. You could check at a farmer's market or a grocery store, and you might find rabbit meat.
Hopefully videos of the new garden will be shown. I'm sure we'll have some garden videos.
We'll do a garden series, and someone was asking about a collab video I'm doing. Sharon, Chris and I just filmed video this past weekend, and I think we're aiming to release it next week. Akazindan is Mi'kmaq.
Bottled moose or rabbit? No. We're going to try canning meat this year.
Yes.
Canadian Bushman.
Oh, Canadian Bushman. Oh, I just skipped past him there. I lost him.
Right here?
Yeah. I think. Is that you, Sean? I'm mixing people's real names up with their YouTube handles. Oh, Wes S is here too.
The rabbit looks amazing. It was really tasty. Thanks for thinking and lifting it.
Where are the kids? We spanked them all and sent them to bed.
Yeah, it's after. It's bedtime. It's a school night.
Yeah, Wes with the... I watched a video where Hank Shaw cooked up jackrabbit. And you might want to look up that video. He's got a really good method for preparing the jackrabbit, so it doesn't have any gaminess or toughness to it. I had to buy a case of them. Rick Sanford. I lost what he was talking about in a case. No one carried them individually. Case of rabbits, maybe? Could buy popcorn. Yeah, that wouldn't fit the wild food. But we will grow our own corn this year.
Craving any certain normal foods? Like just in moments. So the other night I did up some chicken for the kids. I made them nachos. They had fresh peppers and cheese, and blue corn chips and unsalted, and they just, with all that melted cheese. You take it out and I just think, that'd be nice. But only because I feel lazy to make a second dinner, and it's right there. But you don't actually, when I really stop and think about it, I don't want it. It's just it's just kind of like a fleeting thing. And everything kind of looks good. I made them strawberry pie. On the weekend, they wanted oatmeal, and I had bought them blueberries, so they had blueberry, strawberry, banana oatmeal with cinnamon. These things are in the moment when they're right in front of you.
Yeah.
You kind of think, oh.
Yeah, I think
but not
when
really.
I walk past stuff, I often just want to grab a taste, or my kids have leftovers. The thing that I most consistently crave are potato chips.
Which we have so many sunchokes deep fried, and I find they're just so potato chippy. Does that make it worse?
I don't know, it's like the smell and the more crunchiness and it'll be one of the first things I eat in the new year.
You can't, because it has too many ingredients.
I know. No, it's just potatoes.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, it's preparing the corn with ash. That is something that I have read about but never done.
For what, darling?
One Little Indian Road. I suggest you learn how to prepare corn using ash.
Oh, Here's a fun one. What kind of music do you enjoy?
I don't know. I like listening to hip-hoppy type stuff. If I'm driving, I like to throw in a Wu-Tang Clan CD and just kind of let that play. Not when my kids are in the car. And I generally never play music.
You're not a big music person.
I never play music unless I'm driving. And then it's often I put on CBC radio and listen to people talk.
Yeah. For long drives, I like talking too, because it keeps you engaged. But I like all kinds of music. Classic rock, classical, jazz, blues, Dixie, bluegrass, all of it.
Canadian Bushman, I'm envious of your trip. And I do have a good food mill, and I use that for processing fruits to get rid of the seeds and the leaves. We just had somebody a grocer in North Bay bought too many strawberries in, and they sold them for $1 a pound. So my kids and I processed 21 pounds of strawberries in 1 hour into strawberry, what would you call it?
Pulp.
Strawberry pulp.
Yeah.
We bagged it, 2 cups to the bag, and then froze it all. We ended up with 14 pounds of frozen strawberries, and then all the mush that was left over is sitting beside us in a bucket. because I thought, well, I'm gonna try and make some strawberry wine for next year.
Mm-hmm.
I almost like deer meat. Those jackrabbits. Easter rabbit dinner, yeah. Oh, Halliburton. That's not too far. I've gone bunny hunting on Easter as well. Wu-Tang is the shiz. Old school.
Oh my god.
Any dental problems?
No.
No. I know like vitamin C deficiency will lead to teeth looseness and soreness, but I haven't noticed anything much different.
Also, there's no way we would be vitamin C deficient. All the tea,
hopefully not. Yeah.
all the maple syrup, the white pine, the cedar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wu-Tang is for the children. Reggae? I don't really...
I also enjoy reggae.
Yeah.
I like all music.
Do either of you play any instruments? MP guitarist. So when I was in high school, my friend really wanted me to play in a band, so he tried to make me learn how to play the bass. And I didn't. I tried a little bit, but...
Bass guitar.
Yeah, bass guitar. I'm not very talented musically. My sisters are both musically gifted, but not this guy.
I took piano and guitar when I was a kid. And now that I'm finishing school, I'm going to take banjo lessons. And I'd like to learn how to play the cello as well.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play the banjo, but
you can join my band.
Yeah, right. Dueling banjos, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do compost. Oh, I compost.
Good night, Adam.
Yeah, see you later, Adam. I compost in my yard. I kind of, in the winter, I just dump stuff on the snow, and then my neighbor's dog comes and eats it all. And sometimes I'll, if I have squirrels that are in my shed causing a problem, I'll just put compost in a live trap, but I haven't really had luck with that yet. Cannot find... Easter Bunny chocolates will do. Yeah, there you go. Pine needle tea. Yeah, so we drink pine needle tea every couple of days.
And sweet fern.
Yeah.
And.
RBC folate. Did we get that checked? Derek Rivers is asking. Oh, I've never tried blue spruce needles. And I don't do anything with turkey tail mushrooms.
What's that beer bottle behind you? Oh, this is funny. So, yeah, this is like a little collection of my... These are a few of my favorite things, kind of deal. Anyway, it just had a really great name.
Yeah. Yeah, I went down to visit my sister in Virginia.
Oh, can you see it?
And so I brought back some American craft beers. And so this one was Sweet Baby Jesus. I couldn't really recycle that one.
There's sort of a joke behind that, so it stays there.
Did we get RBC folate checked?
I don't think so.
No?
I can't read through every single thing, but...
No. Turkey tail mushrooms. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't have a lot of vinegar, Canadian Bushman, so I have heard about biltong, but I've never made it. But that would be something to try when we have a surplus of meat. Good night, Rick. Peanut butter porter, yeah. You recommend a wild Northern Ontario diet to lower blood pressure? My blood pressure...
Yours dropped. A lot.
I could look it up. If you want to carry on with the chatting, I could figure out what it has dropped from. and 2.
Yeah, we're hoping, well, I don't know, if we want to try to go for a moose, or we can't this year.
Go for a moose?
This fall?
Yeah.
Someone's asking. We can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah,
we're going to go twice. Caloric expenditure is... I have no idea what I'm taking in, and on average, like I'm going to say roughly 3,000 calories a day. What's interesting on my Fitbit Canadian Bushman is that my resting heart rate was at about 64 beats per minute at the start of the year, and I'm down at 52 beats per minute as my resting heart rate. So it's dropped by 12 beats per minute, which is a significant drop, I would say.
Mine has dropped a little bit, but I've always had a high heart rate.
How to learn wild plants. There are lots of books out there, Justin. There are help groups on Facebook, but there's no real substitute for just getting out and practicing through the seasons. And a good way to do that is to join a naturalist club, because they do outings and they do wildflower walks, and in some places they even have foragers groups who are specifically interested in identifying edible plants. Or you can just start your own group, get some like-minded people together. There are prepper groups, naturalists. Sometimes if you go, I don't know where you are, but Ontario, we have conservation authorities, and they sometimes lead educational hikes. Parks sometimes lead educational hikes. So there are lots of opportunities to learn from people who know.
Canadian Bushman, do you feel cold at night? Is that related to the blood pressure drop? We don't feel cold at night.
No, but I've been feeling cooler the last few days.
I'm always cold.
And you're always cold.
Except when you sleep except when we're sleeping together.
Yeah. Okay. Blood pressure. Here's a sample of my blood pressure from early January. I jumped the gun. The file's still loading. I should have waited a minute.
Oh, you were like 138 or something, right?
Just gonna take a minute for my page to load.
I found I felt cold when I did the fasting for a month. It was most notable at night.
Oh,
I'm really cold. Often at nighttime I sleep with a ton of blankets, and it's so much worse after a night shift.
Yeah.
Like I sometimes need to throw a hot water bottle in with me.
When I was intermittent fasting before, eating one big meal every night, I was never warm and never cold. I felt like my body really stayed steady.
Wow. Because I'm always intermittent fasting and I'm always
Yeah.
Maybe I should switch it up.
So in December, my blood pressure was 130/77. And my most recent blood pressure is from February the 13th. I think I've done it more recently than that, but February 13th, and it was 122/68.
Which is so much better. Oh my god. That's good.
Yeah.
And my blood pressure has not really changed. It's always 100 on 60 or
Yeah.
somewhere around there. 150.
Cool. Have I ever hunted mountain sheep? Oh, I would love to hunt mountain
God.
sheep one day. Come down here and shoot some coyotes. Okay, sure, Wes, but you can clean the coyotes and I'll take home some pig.
We were going to try...
Hey, Jay Valenti too. How's it going, Jay? Oh, I'm having trouble keeping caught up here.
I have a different list.
Some of your favorite movies?
Are you trying to sign into our account?
Yeah. Yeah, he's digging all our passwords.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten coyote either. I don't know if I have a favorite movie. Shawshank Redemption is near the top of the list. Kung Fu movies.
What was the one we liked? That Kung Fu movie we watched? So funny.
I don't know. We like funny Kung Fu movies.
Oh my god, it was so good. Seriously.
Good luck with your Coyotes, Wes. Backstraps that tasted like bear.
Do you like fermented foods, and do you plan to experiment with it? Yes. I do like fermented foods, and I just got a great book on fermentation, and my sister is making me some salt, and I'm going to trade her something for it. I'm not sure. I'll probably make her a quill box or I don't know, maybe a leather bag.
Yeah, or a hat band or something.
And so then we'll do some fermentation. There's lots of recipes that I want to try. Because most of those are pretty quick ferments, and you can really get some really good flavors from it. And I think it'll make, I don't know so much in the, like dressings, in salad dressings for all the fresh stuff this summer, and I think that'd be really good.
Kung Pao.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Oh.
Acadian Dan.
Oh, so funny. He's really coming through with all the answers tonight.
Yeah. What would we have done differently to prepare knowing what we know now? So I would say we would harvest, we didn't have a lot of time, but if we could go back and we had more time, I would harvest more greens, more berries, and more raccoons specifically, because the raccoons are super easy to get and you get a lot out of them.
I would also sunchokes, the daylily tubers, like some of those.
Yeah, more more of the roots, so the sunchokes. You like the daylily tubers, I like the burdock. I would have got my trapping license years ago when I had more time, and then made use of it now. I would have tried harder. I thought that beavers would just come to us through some nuisance trappers that I know, but it didn't really pan out. But I thought that we would have a few beavers in the freezer as well. We don't have a lot of salt, Dan, so thank you.
You're welcome.
We have not really salt cured meats and fish, but previous to this, I did start learning a little bit of salt curing, so I was making my own pea meal bacon. I actually have a batch of lardo in my fridge, which is a salt cured fat, pork fat, so it's, that's gonna live through the year, and I'll eat it next year. And in 2017 I went to a pig boucherie, which is a traditional pig butchering party, and I brought home some pig meat, and I brought it to where I work, and I brought a whole giant pig ham in, and one of the chefs at the college made a prosciutto with it, and so that's been sitting for 14 months in the chamber, and Delphine's really mad at me because
so mad.
He called me the other day and he said, "Hey, I'm cutting up that prosciutto." So I ran down and I had one slice of prosciutto. It's the biggest Big Wild Year cheat that I've had.
So Jeremy's only at day 11 of the Wild Food Challenge.
Delphine's reset me because I had one slice of prosciutto.
Back down to 0. It's not a wild food.
It's just envy. I know what's going on.
Nope. I win.
So I did have a slice of prosciutto. It was really, really good. And he's got a second one, so I went to that same boucherie again. It was ran 2 years in a row, and I brought back another ham. And he's got a second one going, so that'll be ready probably by the fall. And one day I would like to learn to do, I would do like duck breast prosciutto and things like that.
Oh,
but
we were going to experiment with so many.
Yeah, we decided in the Big Wild Year that we were not going to use those prog powders or those curing salts because we weren't collecting them or making them ourselves. We got a week's worth of sodium with that slice. Maybe. Are either of you fluent in other languages? Holy, we're getting right down in the...
No. But...
Moi, je parle un peu de français.
And
Comme ci, comme ça.
Understand a little bit of French.
Yeah.
mostly healthcare stuff for my clients.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to learn my language this year more, starting because I understand a little bit of it, and
yeah,
we'll see.
I would not do bear prosciutto because of the trichinosis. So a prosciutto is not cooked, and everything that I've read suggests that you really need to cook bear meat in order to kill the trichinosis. I read recently that you can kill it by freezing for extended periods of time, but then I also read that 2 of the North American species do not die by freezing at regular freezer temperatures, and so that's you really have to cook. Cook to kill. Oui, français. Acadienne. Je parle français. Can you travel to, we could travel to the sea to collect salt, but it's a really long drive away.
Yeah, it's like
17 hours. Yeah. I'm going on a class trip to the Caribbean in May, and I'm going to make more sea salt while I'm there. So we'll have some sea salt to get us through the rest of the year, but probably not enough to do pickles and salt cured meats and things.
Well, unless it goes well with my sister. I have a sister in Nova Scotia, and she's trying some for us, so we'll see. It's a little work to ask someone to do it, though, I think.
Yeah.
I've been eating raw bear fat. I think the parasite is in the meat, not the fat.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Why the Caribbean? It was a work trip. He was there for a work trip.
Yeah. I don't know if bear fat has trichinosis or not.
I don't know either.
And I don't know if I would eat it raw, but it is good rendered.
Oh, speaking of which, I should put mine back in the fridge.
What about D? Background-wise.
Oh, my language.
Oh.
I'm Ojibwe.
Hey, Trolloc. Welcome aboard. Yeah, probably Jay. Vision Quest Outdoors, like if you're chewing on the sinew, there's muscle fibers usually still in the sinew, so you probably could get trichinosis from doing that, so don't chew the sinew. Smoking meats preserves them by penetration of formaldehyde. I have not heard that. I thought it was just mostly by drying the meat out and the tannins in the smoke, but I don't really know what's going on chemically. Hey Charles, welcome aboard. What are we at? 10:20.
Is
Chronic wasting disease a concern? Yes. I think it has been confirmed in Canada, Wes. But I'm not sure. Oh, he speaks Abenaki too. Because you sent me some Abenaki, I tried to translate it, but Google didn't know what I was putting in the translator, so I wasn't sure.
You're lucky to know your language. That's great. I'm hoping to learn it this year. Mine.
My sleep is much improved, Malcolm, because my sinuses are open now, and I breathe better. What do you think? Sleeping's better?
Yeah, yes. You're not a great sleeper.
No?
No, you have a little bit of, and that hasn't changed yet. You have sleep apnea.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's not super bad, but I would say there's improvements, and definitely the breathing, right? So you sleep better. It's good.
Yeah. Don't eat skinny deer that has poopy breath. All right.
Do you have to get close enough to smell the breath first before you before you kill it? Oh, we didn't talk about this a little bit. What we've noticed about some things. Did we talk about the salt? No.
Oh no.
So, at the start, like in January when we started, we did some things which seemed, I don't know, they seemed so necessary at the time, like putting salt in everything and making sure we were having berries every day. And we're not doing those things anymore. We use very little salt. And occasionally when we put a few sprinkles, because it's sea salt that we just dried, and so some of it's a little bit clumpy, so you might end up with a few bits more than you wanted. And actually, if anyone's ever over salted food and you just get that horrible burn on your tongue, salt burn, even those few little flakes now kind of give us that response. Like our taste buds are super sensitive to salt. So I think even if you did grab chips on January 1st, 2020, you might
might not like them.
No, I think you would totally not like them.
And we are less sensitive to the bitterness, I think, in the flours that we're eating.
Yeah, I think so.
Where if anybody just tried them blind, they would not appreciate. Like the kids sometimes will try nibble and they're like, no. Does domesticated people food taste any more or less fulfilling? I think partly it's just so easy. Like when I go grocery shopping for my kids, it's like, oh my god, it's so easy to just amass a whole cart full of food.
And we have both, in the last couple of years, done an extended period where we weren't, like you did the wild food, and I was totally off, like everything except like basically eggs and orange juice.
Yeah.
Like, for about a month each, right? A little over a month. And when you start eating other foods, it takes some getting used to get back into those regular foods. Like you have to work back up to even toast.
Yeah. I don't know if I've had
hope you
things.
get some fish with eggs. We did. That's what's in our cake. Although this one didn't turn out as cakey as the perch roe, but I might have just done something a little different. Do you feel better? Yes, really better.
Zombie millennials. Any crazy reactions from people?
Oh my goodness.
Mostly people are really, really interested in what I'm doing, and they ask me a million questions, and then they say, I love what you're doing, I could never do it myself.
Yes, we get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just a lot of commendation for having the fortitude, and some people see the bigger picture too of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Which we were really hoping to inspire some people to talk about some of the environmental issues and things around food security and food sovereignty, and so a lot of people are sort of picking up on those themes, and it's nice to have those discussions with people too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are curious about just the health benefits. So it's nice to be getting the blood work done and just knowing that it proves what we're feeling, because we both feel really healthy.
Yeah.
We look a lot better. We've lost so many inches.
Yeah.
To get new pants. I'm wearing all my skinny clothes.
Yeah. And skin clearing, and
yeah.
We have 4 speaking engagements lined up this year so far, and monthly media check-ins, and so people have been really, really interested, and it's fun to try and keep up to all the interest.
This person, I see him on Stevie on Instagram all the time.
Oh, cool.
Posts really great recipes, 70 to 80% wild food for about 3 years. Yeah.
That's awesome. Katie and Dan wanted us to rate our cake.
Rate the cake.
Out of 10.
Oh goodness.
Well, if I rate it low, I'm going to hurt Delphine's feelings.
No,
so.
he actually won't. And this cake is pretty good.
Yeah.
But compared to our other cake,
I like it better with the berry sauce on top rather than baked in. But like, this is for sure.
The other cake had it baked in, babe.
Like, didn't have a sauce on top.
No.
And then the flowers sprinkled on top.
No.
The one we did in the video.
Oh, maybe the one in the video. Okay. Anyway, we've had it a few different ways, and this is good. It's like, very dense.
For sure, like a
kind of like a brownie.
8.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, I thought you were gonna smack me. What do you mean to start at 10?
No, I would have given it a 7, 6 or 7.
I like it.
Any speaking engagements in Sudbury? Not yet.
No, not yet. But if you know somebody who would want to host us, it's not that far for us to go.
We have one just a little south of here, and one a little further south of here.
Yeah.
We might do one back home, like from Manitoulin.
Yeah. And we'll probably go to the Ontario Preppers Meet.
Oh, I forgot
and do
about
a presentation
that one.
there. And then we're planning to go to the Great Lakes Foragers, not as presenters, but as participants.
As guests, yeah. Have moods improved since starting the diet? I'm curious about emotional effects of being on it. It's hard not to have. We've been getting a lot of support from people, so clearly that is encouraging, and I think it just makes us feel good. You know, people are reaching out all the time. We both feel physically better, more energy. So overall, I feel pretty good. In the winter, I knew my vitamin D was down. And that can kind of give you a little bit of a low, but I've also been working a ton of night shifts, and that sort of plays havoc. So emotionally, I don't know, I swing a little bit with night shifts, but on my weeks off, I'm back to normal. But a lack of sleep, right, that's hard.
Yeah.
Like some days I'm up for 30 hours at a time.
Yeah, taking care of kids and doing courses and things.
But I think overall, we're good. Our hormones are good. Like, everything's good. Yeah. And doing this together is, like, I don't know how I'd feel. I don't think, would you have lasted on your own?
Maybe. Like, you need support from people, right?
Yeah. And it's nice to have someone make you a meal. Like you say, you just do them in the sugar, but I still enjoy
the cooking process and
not having to cook every once in a while. So go to your place and you have something ready, or even if I just help out a little bit with something, it's nice. So it feels good.
Indiana is not too far. That Great Lakes Foragers Conference is just a little bit north of Indiana, near Detroit. I'm not sure if I'm doing a Wilderness Living Challenge with the Wooded Beardsmen this year, because we're really focused on the Big Wild Year, which kind of is a Wilderness Living Challenge, but we'll see what fits in. The Canadian Bushman is offering us to stay in his freezer, I think.
Oh, excellent. Plenty of that would, yeah. I don't think we have anything lined up for Toronto.
No, but
well,
we will now.
Yeah, we will now. Actually, we wanted to try and run a bit of the Bruce this year.
Yeah.
To do a power hike somewhere. We might just do the OTHT again, but
that would be fun.
Maybe crawl out of the Bruce Trail and right into his freezer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Wes, we talked about Texas when I saw Chris this past weekend, and so also in reply to Charles Norris, will we build a cabin? We, not probably this year, but we are going to build a sugar shack for doing maple syrup, and it'll be half cabin, half sugar shack.
Well, no, there are going to be 3 buildings. Can I tell them what they are?
Oh, wait, okay.
Well, we have the Sappy Shack.
Yeah.
Where the sugar and syrup is being made, where the evaporator will be housed. And then we'll have the Happy Shack, which is where we will sleep.
Oh, I thought that was the Nappy Shack.
Oh, the Nappy Shack. That's right. And then there's the Crappy Shack, which is a much smaller building.
Yeah.
A little less pleasant smelling, maybe.
Favorite staple meat? Bear.
Bear. And
Favorite
fish.
native fish to eat?
Oh my God, pike. Oh, I don't know. I like the lake trout.
Smelt? Lake trout?
Smelt.
Brook trout?
I like all the fish.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick a favorite.
Power hike Sudbury to Manitoulin. Yeah, but it's all roads. Or the Sioux to Wawa.
Wow.
That would be a power hike. Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about?
We talked a bit about our health results.
Yeah.
We talked about sugaring coming up. How depressing it was not to get a lot of fish this winter. I don't know.
Vash Matrix, if you look me up on Facebook, just Jeremy Saint-Onge, I have been posting my year-over-year finances. So I don't have February tallied up yet, but for January, my grocery bill was $300 less, approximately. And as far as equipment investment goes, like most of the equipment is stuff we would have bought anyway. Like we were going to buy a dehydrator anyway. I was going to buy a food strainer anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, the evaporator when it comes is big.
Yeah.
But we had already considered that also. But I think we've been talking about doing this and planning it for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And some of the equipment has come through sponsorships, which I haven't announced yet on my channel. But I've got two big sponsors that I want to thank for a channel sponsorship. So that makes a big difference as well.
I did my hunter training and bought a shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't cheap. We don't really go through a lot of ammunition, for example. We don't go through a lot of fancy tackle. So I would say our costs are relatively low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have that Wapato here, right?
No, it's further south. We have the smaller variety.
Yeah, and
duck
we
potato.
do eat cattails, roots, greens, yes. So the cattail pollen, yeah.
Have I ever met Sean James? No. His cabin's not far from me, and I was going to go hunting with him one time, and I unfortunately had a friend pass away on that just before that weekend, and so I stayed for that. I've not met him.
I think he invited you down there this winter, didn't he? No?
I don't think so. You're welcome, Jameson. I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon because we're an hour and a half in now.
Well, we're in 15 minutes.
Yeah, because we started late. I apologize again. So I think this will... thanks, Vash. Thanks, Chomalonzo. This will upload to YouTube tomorrow, so anybody who missed the first part of it or wants to see it in its entirety can see it there. I will do a video shortly showing our blood test results, and also I've got a video of Delphine and I cooking roast bear that's coming out in the next week. I have a video with Chris coming out the week after, and I'm sure I have...
We have to do the book video.
Yeah, we'll do a video about our favorite books and resources, and then other videos and other videos and other videos. Foraging videos, gardening videos, fishing videos.
Maybe the little,
Grenada videos.
Bunny prep video.
Oh yeah, except we didn't film any of the eating part, but we could put something together about Delphine's recipe for the cottontail rabbits. Hey, thanks for hanging in there, Bike Paddle, for the whole hour and a half. Good to see a lot of you guys here. Nice to meet you, Katie and Dan, One Little Indian, Canadian Bushman. we'll try and find something to do in Toronto so we can come down and raid your freezer.
Look over there.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, we're gonna
thanks everybody.
Wrap it up. Yeah, we really love the interactive platform too. It gives us a real good chance to get a sense for what people like and are looking for, and we're glad to take your questions and share.
Yeah, they could post on here, right, if there's things they want us to talk about.
Yep.
Cool. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.